It's the St. Louis Cardinals taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. NLCS Game 1 is coming your way next. Joined by my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Game 1 is always critical in a postseason series, Singy.
Yeah, and this is when you love having home field advantage, Boog. If you capture Game 1, you're full of confidence that you've got a chance to ride that momentum for the rest of the series.
And on the visiting side, starting pitching is always the big key in a game like this to kick off a series.
Yeah, you need a strong performance on the mound. That's the #1 way to cancel out the home field edge we just mentioned.
Well, this place is ready. We'll be right back to get this series started in just a minute. Just about ready to roll here. And on the hill today, Jackson Jobe.
Last time out, it just seemed like he wasn't trusting his stuff. He fell behind in the count, walked a number of guys. Today, he's got to pitch aggressively, and he's got to pitch inside.
Benny Rodriguez steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Not even close there, and it's 1-0. Just missed.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
That one ripped right center field. And it one-hops the wall. And that's a double.
And if you're the pitcher, you can't be frustrated. You know this is going to be the toughest batter that you face tonight, and you're going to have to face him a couple of times. So you just tip your cap and hope that you can get the next guy out.
Here's Kyle Tucker. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average, but one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. Gamble. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. So the Dodgers leave one. They trail it here 2-0. Travis Bazzana will hit next. One run across in the frame so far here in Game 1 of the NLCS. Tapped on the ground softly to short. Rodriguez throws across the diamond, And that is that. They get a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. We head down to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Cardinals 3 and the man at first, 1 away.
Shortstop, Danny Rodriguez.
Hard on the ground to first. To Weatherholt. Back to first. Not in time.
The right fielder, number 30, Kyle Tucker.
Kyle Tucker getting ready to hit. Out to short. Into the outfield, base hit. And now first and second with 2 outs.
Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
First and second, 2 outs. Now a chance for William Contreras. The pitch. Line drive, that's a base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He scores to tie it up, and it's an RBI single. It's 3-all.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself.
The batter, number 3.
Part of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
That one ripped left field. This one could be trouble. Around first and hustling for second. And he's got his second double of the game. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed and everybody is a step or 2 behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Kyle Tucker, a.k.a. King Tuck, to the plate now.
One, two.
In the dirt. 1 on, nobody out, a run in here in game 1 of the NLCS. And down on strikes he goes, and that's the first out.
I can't argue with that one, and clearly he was looking for something else, anything but the breaking ball. It's a great pitch to hit right there if you're looking for it. And kind of
Beck checks the runner, and he's back safely. Swing and a bouncer. In plenty of time to first, and they get the out. So a runner at third, 2 men out. Cam Smith steps to the plate for the Dodgers. And down on strikes. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. We're through 5. It's the Dodgers 5 and the Cardinals 3. Now the number 2 hitter, Garrett Schiff. Hard ground ball for base stop. The throw to third. He's safe at third, and the tying run is 90 feet away.
Yeah, I was watching his rounds during batting practice today. So impressed with his ability to let the ball travel, go back up the middle and the other way. Sometimes when you step in the box during the game, you get a little anxious and you get away from that. But so far, I've seen him stay consistent with his pregame preparation.
That one fouled off. Looking to get the tying run on base. Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase.
Well, pretty clear to me. He's trying to go deep right there, but you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
The shortstop takes the ball.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
To first, but it pulls him off the bag.
Now batting, the right fielder, Kyle.
Well, I definitely think the speed down the line played a factor on that throw. He had more time than he thought, but as a fielder, the speed of the game and the speed of the runner sometimes can get in your head, and he just rushed it and failed to make a clean throw.
So now it's the four-hole hitter, Kyle Tucker. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. That one hit to right. Cortez should have this one. He's got it. And that is the third out of the inning. One left for L.A. Still a tight ball game. It's 6-5. First and second, one out. Schiff now at the plate. Roll to short, could be two. Off balance feed, there's one. To first, not in time. Great effort there.
Well, it's great hustle out of the box to get down the line, knowing that a double play will end the inning. Good job at the finish, reaching out for the bag. Now they got runners on the corners and still an opportunity to pick up some runs.
Trying to keep the game alive here in the bottom of the ninth.
If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get in the scoring position.
Fastball for a strike.
Everyone here understands just how quickly things could change.
Runner on the move. Pitch in for a strike. Throw, save. That's a stolen base. And the tying run is now in scoring position.
Well, it seems like 90 feet is such a big deal in a tight one-run game like this one. Maybe it's a little bit risky, but they felt good about it, and it paid off. Let's see if they can turn this into a big run.
Time is called here in a big spot. Maybe just reminding himself to breathe. So the tying run at second. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Hard hit left side. Over to first. Great pick.
Good stretch there to make the play. It looks like someone added a little yoga to their daily routine, if you ask me.
Rodriguez with a solid contribution even despite the loss.
Well, definitely a strong game at the plate, and it's safe to say he made a difference for them. They didn't get the win, but they'll take performances like this one from him.
So, Chris, here's a look at the final numbers from what turned out to be a really close ball game.
Yeah, this is one of those games that clearly could have gone either way, and that's kind of exactly what you expect out of postseason baseball. So competitive.
6-5 the final here today. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon. And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. MLB The Show brings you the National League Championship Series. It's the St. Louis Cardinals taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. With Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. A big game 2 in store for us here today, Chris.
Well, winning game 1 on the road was huge, Boog, and they could put a stranglehold on this series with the win here in this one, and that's obviously the goal. You want to go back home up 2-0 with a chance to wrap up the series in your own ballpark for sure.
And if it goes the other way and the series gets to 1-1, it's a total reset as we change venues for the next 3 games. First pitch coming your way next. So just about set now. And our pitcher tonight, Pedro Casilla. What do we have on him?
Yeah, he battled through 7 innings last time out. He pitched well enough to get the win thanks to that offense. He'll look to turn in another quality start in this one.
And at the plate for the Dodgers, Benny Rodriguez. Singy, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
Swing and a high fly ball right field. King sizing this one up. And that is that. We played an inning, no score. So now here's the Cardinals designated hitter, Nick Gonzalez. One down, base is empty. Swing and a chopper out to short, Rodriguez. Throw to first is in time.
Batting up, the catcher, Michael Aparicio.
First and second here, no outs.
Benny Rodriguez.
And a swing and a miss.
There's an opportunity to do some damage, but you've got to be selective. Make sure you get a pitch that you can handle.
And it's fouled off.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
Churio. And there's one down. No outs. Runners at first and third.
Benny Rodriguez.
Intentional pass coming. Base is now loaded, though it does set up a force at every base.
These fans don't like to see that because they showed up to watch him swing the bat, but this team does not want to let him beat him.
Here's Kyle Tucker. Softly hit the third. Feed the second, that's one. They get the out, but the run scores on the twin killer.
It's always great when you can add a run, but in this situation with the bases loaded, double play is kind of a rally killer.
One down. Benny Rodriguez digs in now. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Just missed. Gaddis, a former All-Star. He features a slider, a four-seamer, and he works in a changeup. Ball to strike. And that one is lifted in the air. Bazana puts it away for the out. 2 away now.
The right fielder, number 30, Kyle Tucker.
And here's the St. Louis leadoff man, Garrett Schiff.
Garrett Schiff.
On the ground, 2 ball. Off balance feed, there's 1. Plenty of time at first. That's a double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And the batter will be the shortstop, Benny Rodriguez. Pretty amazing athlete this guy is. Power and speed, quite a threat. I mean, you're talking about someone that could steal your bag and go deep. Bo Jackson, anyone? There's a strike.
When you have a real athletic player and who's able to do the baseball mechanical things really well, look out, because this...
Oh, now this is blasted. Way back there. On its way. Gone. And they cut into the lead. It's 5-3.
That home run narrows the gap between these two. This one isn't over yet. Well, the pitcher always wants to miss down if he's going to miss with the breaking ball. Pretty good pitch, but just a really good swing on it. He stayed down, he got through it, and he got rewarded.
1 out, base is empty. Travis Bazana getting ready to hit.
Well, it's kind of deflating. You blow that lead in the bottom of the 9th, so here's a new opportunity. Hit the reset button, try to get some more runs, and then close it out in the bottom half of this one.
Base hit, center field. So the go-ahead run is on base with a knock.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
2 outs, but the winning run is at first. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down. It's like he's moving in full speed and everybody is a step or 2 behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he has seen it like a beach ball.
And now a very big at bat for Kyle Tucker. He walked in, and that will keep things going.
Now that sets up a really big at bat in this game. These are the moments when everyone in the stadium gets really locked in.
So up next, Cam Smith. Got him! Huge strikeout there.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
Back here in L.A., here's the shortstop at the plate, Benny Rodriguez. In a spot like this, are you up there thinking to yourself, I'm trying to end the game?
Absolutely. It's been a long one. You're hungry, and you're ready to go home.
Back to work. Oh, this one's plastic. High and deep. It's on its way. Out of here. Ball game. Another homer. And the Dodgers walk it off in game 2.
Well, in the postseason, there's so much excitement, so much energy, everyone hanging on every single pitch. To have a walk-off win under these circumstances, these people have gone crazy. What a nice win, but you got to turn the page quickly to come back for the next game.
The final here today. A one-run extra inning win for Chris Singleton and our entire crew. I'm John Shambi saying so long. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. It's buzzing in here ahead of Game 3, and we'll be back in a minute to get it started. John Shambi with you alongside Chris Singleton. A lot going on in this series as we get ready for Game 3, Singy.
Well, when a team starts a series on the road and comes away with a split in the first 2 games, they've essentially taken over home field advantage. So the last thing these players want to do now is give it right back by dropping this one. And these fans know that just as much as the players.
And the atmosphere here is electric. And this figures to be about as intense as postseason baseball gets. Festivities wrapping up. The crowd is electric. And we'll be back to get it going right after this. Just about set to go. Today's starting pitcher, Juan Zapata.
4-pitch guy. He's got some options to work with in terms of keeping hitters off balance. So we'll see how he decides to utilize those weapons through this start here, and whether or not he's able to mix them all in early, or if he wants to hold something back a little bit later, maybe second, third time through the order, and give them something they haven't seen. It's tough when you know a guy's got that in his back pocket. As a hitter, you really have to stay on your toes.
Drilled to right, way back there, and that is gone. And it gives him the lead in the first. It's 3-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. When you're lacking velocity, it's so critical that you move the ball around, change speeds, even try to trick the hitter at times. But when you give up a home run right there, manager doesn't have a lot of patience because the velocity is not there to overcome and get the swing and miss.
1 out, base is empty.
You know this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
And that drops in for a strike.
Wow, just a beautiful backdoor slider right there. If you've got any chance of hitting that pitch, you have to wait until the absolutely last millisecond. Just a tough pitch to hit and not an easy one to throw either.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Let's talk about great individual postseasons. One that really sticks out to me is Ricky Anderson in 1989. He hit .441 with 3 homers and 11 stolen bases, leading Oakland to a World Series championship.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Man, when I think about great postseason performances, hard to top Carlos Beltran in 2004. 8 homers and 6 steals in 12 games with the Houston Astros. He didn't even get to play in the World Series that year.
2-2 on the way. On the ground, out to short. Tosses across to first. Out number 2.
Well, he's one of the best shortstops in the sport, no doubt about it. And he put his skills on display once again right there. Great stop on the backhand, but it was the transfer and throw for me that really stood out. With the speed going down the line, there's no way he gets the out any other way. That was impressive.
On the ground. Throws to first, and that is that. The Cards leave 1. Score holds. It's 3-1. It's game 3 of the National League Championship Series. And the batter will be the shortstop, Benny Rodriguez. Rodriguez launched a pair of homers in his last game. And first offering is fouled off. The wind of the pitch. And a foul ball.
He's got one already tonight. I wouldn't be surprised if he pops another one here.
The shortstop takes the ball.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
The 1-2. Fastball is outside.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
It's a good breaking ball there, just off the corner where you can't really do much damage, but it's close enough to where you've got to protect, and he just couldn't find a way to fight it off.
Base is empty with 2 away. Now the left fielder, Jason Churio. Rodriguez. On to first, inning over. And down in order go the Cardinals. And they still trail it here, 3-1.
Now batting.
So up next, Benny Rodriguez. He's done some damage. Launched a homer at his first at bat back in the first.
Yeah, that was a tone setter, no doubt. I mean, you can stomach an early solo homer, but a 3-run shot just doesn't go down quite as smooth.
High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. That one back there. That ball was crushed. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they throw a pair on the board. It's 6-1. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. Look, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back. Game 3s are very critical when you have a series tied at 1-1 because you put yourself up Anytime you go down, you're always chasing. When you're up in the series, you feel like you're in the driver's seat. Nice win today.
So Singy, as the numbers show, a great performance on the mound in this one.
Absolutely, and that really set the tone from the beginning. A fantastic effort.
6-1 is your final here today. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon. And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. MLB The Show brings you the National League Championship Series. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. John Shambi and Chris Singleton on the call. Plenty of storylines taking shape in this series as we set the stage for Game 4, Chris.
Well, if the first 3 games are any indication, this has the look of a series that'll go all the way to Game 7, Boog. I think this is a classic matchup, and we've seen momentum change course a few times already. But I'll tell you what, I think whoever takes this one will be feeling really good about their chances the rest of the way.
Yeah, that's a good point. We've seen it before. Even when you're down 2-1, it seems like a win in Game 4 can propel you to a series win more often than not. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. About to get started here. Towing the slab in today's game, Gordon Graceffo. What do you got on him, Chris?
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
And next for LA, Benny Rodriguez. This guy, one of the best contact men in the sport as well. Outstanding on the defensive end. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. And the postseason success continues for him.
Batting fourth, the right fielder, number 30.
Here's Kyle Tucker. Pickoff move to first, and he's back safely. The pitch. Rudder takes off. On the ground, right side. He steps on the bag. No chance of the double play with the runner in motion.
Good two-seam action right there. Running away from the batter. Rolled over it and got the ground out.
So runner at second, 2 down. And now it's William Contreras. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in Game 4 of the National League Championship Series.
2-2.
In the dirt, but kept close. The 2-2. He's trying for third. Caught him looking for the K. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. Bottom half of inning number 1 coming up. It's the Dodgers 1 and the Cardinals coming up. So up next, Michael Aparicio.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
On the ground, 2 ball. To second, that's 1. And that's 2.
This team is ready to make a play with the bases loaded. Excellent job of execution there. You turn the double play, and the inning is over.
Fourth game of the NLCS. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Benny Rodriguez. In the postseason, you see just how important every last play can be. You never know what's going to make the difference in the end.
0-1.
Hard ground ball, base knock.
The right fielder, number 30.
Go ahead run on base. So here's Kyle Tucker now. All tied up here in Game 4 of the National League Championship Series. There goes the runner. Pitch kicks away. And now a man into scoring position. On the ground to first. Oh, what a stop from his backside. And they get the out.
I love the fact that the pitcher didn't become a spectator on this play. Nice job by the first baseman to dive, get dirty, knock that ball down. And if the pitcher's not there, he's got nobody to flip it to. Excellent job by both those guys.
1 down, runner at third. Contreras digs in now. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. King settles under it. He's got it. Here comes the runner from third. He'll score on the sac fly. They take the lead. It's 2-1.
There you go. Nice little RBI there. It's a great at bat. Got the job done. Like you said, Boog, every play is so pivotal at this point of the year. As a player, you've got to be locked in. Can't make a mistake that cost your team the season.
One out, runner at second. Gamble getting ready to hit.
Listen, there's absolutely no reason to pitch to this guy right here. You nibble, you see if he'll expand his zone, but don't give him anything to hit. If you walk him, not a big deal. You have a double play opportunity set up.
Hard hit left side. Throws to first in time.
Now that the designated hitter adjusted.
Runner at first with no outs here. Ground ball could be two. To second, there's one. Over to first, safe.
Select fielder, number 2, Kyle Tucker.
And up next for Los Angeles, Kyle Tucker.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
Recepo checks on first. Rodriguez back in on a dive. Here comes the pitch. Runner breaks for second. In the dirt. Safe at second, and that was not close. And the go-ahead run is now in scoring position. Go-ahead run at second here in Game 4 of the National League Championship Series. Now a check on him at second, back safely.
Well, Boog, if you're that base runner at second base, you want to be quiet out there. Not bouncing around, not distracting your teammate, the hitter. Make sure that he can clearly focus on that pitcher and that release point.
Gamble steps on first for the out.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. And here's the catcher, William Contreras. And that one is lifted in the air.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. Now it's the right fielder, Ray Cortez.
Leadoff man is on. You got to be looking for the bunt here. Trying to get him into scoring position. Well, with both starters out of this ball game, it now becomes a battle of the bullpens and just seeing which manager can match up better and who's able to get to the finish line.
Ground ball right side, could be two. Goes to second for one. Back to first, and that is a double play.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there, completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
No outs, runner at first. And now the shortstop, Benny Rodriguez. Got to be careful with a slugger like this because he can turn it into a three-run game in the blink of an eye. And that is out of play.
You know, these Dodgers, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. We've heard lots of loud noise coming from their bats in this one, haven't we? I mean, they've logged 6 hits at 90-plus exit velocity, and that doesn't happen by accident.
The shortstop takes the ball.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Out towards right center. That's well struck. This looks like extra bases. Lead runner makes the turn at second. Roberts coming home. Safe. And that's his third hit. He'll score easily.
Everything came together for him. You can't do much better than that on a pitch that far outside of the strike zone. Got him to chase on the 2-strike count, but he wasn't fooled. He hit that ball really well.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Kyle Tucker.
The goal is to give your teammate a chance to score from third. There's a few ways he can get it done, but his best chance is to drive one in the air. Look for the right pitch up.
Swing and a ground ball. That's a base hit as a run scores.
Picks himself up at RBI. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield. Tell these players feel great and also relieved to even up the series. There's so much on the line. You've worked so hard to get here. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a Game 7 in this series.
So, Chris, here's a look at the final numbers from what turned out to be a really close ball game.
Yeah, this is one of those games that clearly could have gone either way, and that's kind of exactly what you expect out of postseason baseball. So competitive.
6-5 the final here today. They hang on to win it by a run. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long. And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. MLB The Show brings you the National League Championship Series. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. Joined by my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. And as we get set for Game 5, Chris, it seems like this series could still have a few twists and turns in it.
Yeah, and even though neither team's going to be going home after today, Game 5 always has the feel of an elimination game when the series is tied up at 2-2. And maybe it's just as important as one because being up 3-2 as opposed to down 3-2 makes a huge difference going forward.
Yeah, you don't want to be the team with their backs up against the wall in Game 6. This is a big swing game. First pitch coming at you right after the break. So just about set. And starting in this one, Ed Daly.
Four-pitch guy, he's got some options to work with in terms of keeping hitters off balance. So we'll see how he decides to utilize those weapons through this start here and whether or not he's able to mix them all in early or if he wants to hold something back a little bit later, maybe second, third time through the order and give them something they haven't seen. It's tough when you know a guy's got that in his back pocket. As a hitter, you really have to stay on your toes.
0-1 the Swing and a foul straight back.
This is one of those situations defensively where you can't try to do too much. You got to make sure that you field the ball cleanly and get one out first. It's going to be tough to get two with this kind of speed in the batter's box.
And a big swing and a miss.
Well, when you come off a tough one-run loss in the postseason, you'll be looking back at the opportunities that you missed in the previous game and make sure that you don't miss them in this one.
1-2. In the dirt. In there safely. And now a man into scoring position. One out and a runner at second here in Game 5 of the NLCS. On the ground to the left. Throws to first in time.
That is first. The right fielder, number 40, Kyle Tucker.
One down. Garrett Schiff next up for the Cardinals. On the ground out to short. Rodriguez. Got the out.
Batting third, the first baseman, Freddie Gamble.
Runner at second, 2 down.
Shortstop, Freddie Rodriguez.
And that is out of play. That one down the line. Fair ball. Coming home. He'll score. And he'll pull him to second safely.
Well done. Drives in the run. Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed.
Here's Kyle Tucker.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion, and he's in full speed.
1-2. In the dirt. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in Game 5 of the NLCS. Down the line, it's a base hit. Headed for the plate. The throw in.
Good two-strike hitting right there, Bird. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Takes an inside pitch and just fillets it over there to left field, and that's all he had to do is get something to the outfield grass to push that run across.
Now up for St. Louis, Freddie Gamble. He's kind of an outlier, especially when guys are consciously sacrificing contact to deliver power. On the ground. Tosses to first, and there's 2 down.
Oh, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
2 out, space is empty.
Shortstop, Freddie Rodriguez.
Hard hit, right side. Throws to first in time. That's the 3rd out. Dodgers go down quietly, but they lead it 3-0. J.J. Weatherholt next up for the Cardinals. Sing, you talk about a guy that has all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out, and he makes all the plays. Out to short, Rodriguez. Rolls across the diamond, now 2 out.
The center fielder, number 7, Stephen King.
2 on, 1 out. Rodriguez now at the plate. Singing, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He is the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
2 on, 1 out. On the ground left side. 6, 4, 3. But he beats it. Good hustle. And the inning continues.
Well, that's great hustle out of the box to get down the line, knowing that a double play will end the inning. Good job at the finish, reaching out for the bag. Now runners on the corners and still an opportunity to pick up some runs.
So 2 outs with runners on the corners. Tucker will hit next. There goes the runner. In the dirt, blocked. Throw, save. That's a stolen base. So it's second and third occupied. They go for the intentional walk. Base is now loaded, and there's a force at every base.
Well, it doesn't get much easier with this next batter, but I totally understand going with the intentional walk in that spot. He's just too dangerous at the plate right now, and there's a base open, so it gives you options defensively to get an out.
Swing and a ball popped up. Base hit, 1 run is in. A second scores as well, and they're up by 4.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the inning, and now J.J. Weatherholt. The Cards in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. I need a good at bat out of him right here.
Swing and a ground ball. Rodriguez. On the run, sends it over to first, and very nicely done for the out.
Talk about being able to dial up the velocity. That first baseman over there might need a little pad inside that first baseman's mitt.
And at the plate for the Dodgers, Benny Rodriguez. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
Good pitch right there. Anytime you can get one by a bat of this caliber, especially with runners on, it's got to give you some confidence out there on the mound that you can win this battle.
Roberts aboard here at first with nobody out. And a base hit right there. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out. Well, Siggy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or two behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
First and second, no outs. And now the right fielder, Kyle Tucker. And that'll load the bases.
Take your base. Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
So bases all loaded up. Here's the catcher, William Contreras. Popped up left side. And the infield fly rule call. Cam Smith steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Hit on the ground might be 2. Off balance feed, there's 1. But no throw to first as he'll hold on to it.
Now back, second baseman.
So 2 outs with runners on the corners. Now it's the second baseman, Alex Freeland. Ripped on a line to center. He's there. He's got it. And that is that. 1 run in the inning, but they leave 2. Hard of the order, 3, 4, 5 will get their shot in the bottom of the ninth. It's the Dodgers 6 and the Cardinals 1. Rodriguez really excelled in this one and contributed to the win.
Well, Boog, can't say enough about what he did for him in this one. He's a big reason they got the W, and it's easy to see why he's a key contributor for him.
So Singy, as the numbers show, a great performance on the mound in this one.
Absolutely, and that really set the tone from the beginning. A fantastic effort.
6-1 is your final here today. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon. Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. MLB The Show brings you the National League Championship Series. It's the St. Louis Cardinals taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. With Game 6 in front of us, it's an elimination game on one side, but this series feels like it could go either way.
You know, Boog, some of the greatest games in baseball history have been at Game 6, so I'm fired up for this one. And clearly, being at home with a 3-2 lead in the series is a huge advantage, but it's far from a guarantee. They've still got to go out there, handle their business, and not let this get to a Game 7.
And the odds are obviously against any team trying to win a Game 6 and Game 7 on the road. But it does happen. They don't consider this series over by any means. First pitch coming your way next. Just about set to go. And on the hill, Pedro Casilla. Chris, what are you looking for from him?
He's got that splitter, and it's a pitch that swings and misses, come fast, and they come often. Very difficult to pick up out of his hand.
So 2 down. Now it's the power speed combo. Benny Rodriguez. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
Matthews, 32 years old, and he was drafted in the 4th round in 2023. Hammered down the right side, but foul. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Nothing doing for the Dodgers here. We played an inning, no score.
The batter, number 3, shortstop.
Matthews was recently named Pitcher of the Month for some outstanding work on the mound. Here's a high fly ball out to center. King settles under this one. He's got it, and there's one down. The atmosphere around postseason baseball, there really isn't anything like it in the sport. It's the time of year where the rally towels come out and the crowd energy gets cranked up even higher. And fouled off.
Now, these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
At the belt and fires. Fastball for a strike.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
With the tying run at the plate here in Game 6 of the NLCS. That misses the zone. And that's ball 2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with a fastball, slightly elevated. He's having a hard time catching up.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Got away with that curveball, no doubt about it. It passed right through the heart of the strike zone, and he just couldn't get the bat on it. When you strike out on one like that, that's when you start having conversations with yourself, and they're not usually very friendly.
So, runner at second, 2 down. Aparicio now at the plate. And the 0-2. Out to short, Rodriguez. Throws to first in time. That's the 3rd out. The Cards lead 1, but they still lead this one 4-2. So up next, Benny Rodriguez. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. Fought off foul.
Just missed. If he's able to connect on that, look out.
And time called at the plate. Maybe trying to slow things down here at a crucial spot. Base is empty, 1 away. Late here in Game 6. That one is absolutely belted. No one can get there. It falls in. And he's into second base with 1 away as the go-ahead run.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. A well-deserved double on a great swing. Got everything going on time. He stayed balanced and he squared it up about as well as you could possibly ask. Now a good opportunity to potentially jump ahead in this game here in the later innings.
So the go-ahead run is into scoring position. Here's Kyle Tucker. 2-1 now. 3-1 in the dirt, and the runner holds. 1 out. The go-ahead run is at second. In the air, out towards right center. Castillo on his way over, brings it in, and there are 2 outs. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Here's the 3rd baseman, Cam Smith. 2 outs. Runner takes off. In the air to left center. Makes the grab, and that ends the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. Game 6 is on to the 9th inning now, and we are tied 4-4. And up next for St. Louis, Jason Churio. All tied up here in Game 6 of the NLCS. This one lifted in the air, left field. Falls it in, 2 away.
Up next for the Cardinals, the second base.
And now it's William Contreras. Man at second, nobody out. Chris Certainly one of the things in his head is trying to get the runner over.
Yeah, the way that we see the game played today, though, guys are not sacrificing as much just to get that runner.
Throw comes in, and the winning run stops 90 feet from home. Nobody out.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there.
Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that. Really important at that coming up now.
Benny Rodriguez will hit next. 1 for 4 with a double.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against it.
Gaddis, 34-year-old vet, and he was a 5th-round pick back in 2019. This guy's got good power. With one swing, he can win it for him. And that chance handled. Whips it across, and we're headed to the 11th. So they go quietly there. On to inning number 11 we go. And we are tied 4-4. Freddie Gamble next up for the Cardinals. Chris, baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of different from the player. Out to short, Rodriguez. Tosses to first. That ends the frame. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. Another chance to win it. Home half of the inning coming up. And we are tied 4-4. 1 down, and the winning run at third.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
Calling for the intentional walk, and that loads up the bases. And the force play is now in order. So bases all loaded up. Digging in, Kyle Tucker. Ground ball could be 2. Fired to second. Back to the pitcher covering. It's a double play. Nicely done, and that'll do it.
Just trying to sneak one through with the bases loaded, but an excellent job by the defense to turn that one and get out of this jam.
Go-ahead run on base. Churio, the next to hit.
Well, first base open. Really no reason to pitch to this hitter right here. Put him on. Have the force at second first. Perhaps getting inning-ending double play.
Swing and a chopper out to short. And there's 2 away.
Up next for the Cardinals, the second baseman.
So 2 down, and here's the catcher, William Contreras. 2 down, nobody on. Late here in Game 6. That one finds the zone, and the count 1. And up next for Los Angeles, Josue De Paula. The Dodgers down to their final strike. Got him, and that's the ball game. Rodriguez could have done a bit more to help them out.
Not his best showing, but I hope he isn't too self-critical after they took the loss. Some things to build on in this game.
So it took extras, but here's how the numbers shake out from this one.
Well, they couldn't settle this one in 9, but who doesn't love some extra inning baseball in the postseason?
And this one ends with a final score of 6-4. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon. It's the St. Louis Cardinals taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. First pitch coming your way next. With Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. And you got to love a Game 7, especially with a trip to the World Series on the line, Chris.
Yeah, and the heat's turned up all the way tonight, Boog. The pressure's never higher than in a Game 7, and the pennant's on the line in this one. So it's a matter now of which team can handle it better, which team can put the nerves aside and play clean baseball one play at a time.
Yeah, it's got to be hard to stay in the moment knowing the World Series is just one win away. The stakes are sky high. I've had players tell me the highest level of pressure in the playoffs is in the LCS, not the World Series. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. About to get started here, and towing the slab here, Hagen Smith.
He's a dominant pitcher, but he can get a little too relaxed second and third time through the order and miss his spots. That's where we see him get touched up. If he maintains the same intensity that he has in the first inning and the second inning, I think we'll see him hand the ball over to his closer.
Line drive, caught.
He put a really good swing on that pitch and hit the ball hard. You know, line drives don't always find a hole, but the more you can hit the ball like that with good exit velo, the better off you're going to be in the long run.
And up next for St. Louis, Michael Aparicio. On the ground, Rodriguez. Throws to first in time. The decisive seventh game of this National League Championship Series. And the batter will be the shortstop, Benny Rodriguez. Hard ground ball, base knock. Man aboard on the leadoff single. So here's Kyle Tucker now. Runner on the go. In the dirt. And there's no throw. He's in there at second with a stolen base. Check on the runner, Rodriguez. Back in on a dive.
Good wheels out there on second, and he's getting a pretty big lead right now. Definitely looking to score on any hit to the outfield.
Swing and a chopper out to short. On to first. One out in the bottom of the fourth. Cam Smith steps to the plate for the Dodgers. To the right side, Gamble takes it to the bag, steps on first, and it's out number 2. Solo runner at third, 2 outs. Luciano digs in now. That one the other way. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. So the Dodgers leave one, and they're down 2-0. So up next, Michael Aparicio. Chris, RBI spot in Game 7. This is the type of stuff you dream about.
Yeah, and if he can come through right here, they will never forget his name. Big opportunity. Let's see what he can do.
One away here in the 5th. Two out, space is empty.
Oh, I think the key, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line. It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
2 down, nobody on. Here in Game 7 of the National League Championship Series. That one lifted to left. Churio settles under this one. He's there. He's got it. And that'll do it. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Benny Rodriguez. 1 for 3. And a foul ball. The shortstop takes the ball.
Talk about the right guy at the right spot. They really need a rally, and this guy is someone you can believe in to find a way to get on base.
That misses the zone. Ball 2. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here in the late stages of Game 7. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Well, when those hitters count, sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
Outside, and now it's 3-2. And that one hammered back there. Makes the catch up against the wall.
Thought that was a no-doubter. I think the wind was holding that in this ballpark.
So runner at second, 2 down. Now Marco Luciano. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in Game 7 of the National League Championship Series. Hard on the ground to first. And that does it. They win the pennant. They are champions of the National League.
Congratulations to the National League champions. This team clearly excited, and they deserve every bit of this moment. Enjoy it now, but get yourselves ready for the biggest series of your lives.
For my partner Chris Singleton and our great crew, thanks for watching the National League Championship Series on MLB The Show.